All right.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
It's another wonderful week here at East Carolina Rods.
And another episode of the hottest podcast in the automotive industry today.
Yes, sir.
Ready to go?
Yeah, well, we had some big news last week with expanding our audience. Hopefully, people can find us. I spent some time, it's new to me, putting stuff out there like this onto a platform like Apple and Spotify, but I think YouTube is where people are going to mostly meet us. They love seeing our beautiful faces.
Well, it's about growth, right?
Yeah.
So, a little bit at a time. So this is really a grassroots podcast.
Yeah.
Really just from the ground floor up. I think this is episode number 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're, I think, going to cap season 1 off at episode 30. Just as far as like what I want to see happen for the next season. Obviously we've got you on board as co-host. We've got the expanded media outlets, that we're getting out to. And I think we were talking about it just briefly, but I think we're going to start to add little touches of, some ambiance maybe. There's even discussion of other things we won't get into now because I don't want to tease too much about what's to come. But because it's all kind of a work in motion. Every single week we're coming in here and like, all right, what are we going to do this week? And then
it's a little bit by little bit by little bit. So last week we got added to the Apple podcasts and Spotify, which my uncle down in Wilmington, Uncle Al, shout out to you. But he uses Spotify all the time.
Yeah.
And so anyway, but it's usually for music.
Right.
But he subscribed to that, so I'm going to get him on the Spotify on this podcast. So we have one more person watching because it just takes one by one by one, and that's the way everything grows. Yep. One by one, it always does.
Well, I think every week we bring, tips and news and, little tidbits of what we deal with.
With a lighthearted fashion, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got to be in this business. You got to be a little lighthearted because it can get kind of serious. You're dealing with people's real life situations, and it can get like. I'm not telling you anything, but as far as the emotional involvement of people spending money, their lives are changing when they're buying a vehicle. We got to have a little fun. You got to mix in some lightheartedness, like I said.
Absolutely. I mean, a wise man told me one day, he says, if you get your customer laughing with you, you're halfway home to a sale. And you have to make the sales process fun, informative, of course, so the customer makes a wise buying decision for themselves. But you also have to make it fun, and you have to make it stand out above others. The best compliment you can get from a customer is, this is the best buying experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
And
it makes you feel good. Just something I experienced yesterday. I mean, it was a fun experience because it's somebody's first new car, but it taught me something. It reminded me of why things progress in Jeep. Like, for instance, Jeep moved into their Wrangler, their newer soft top. It's been around now for a while, but the slider system versus the zippers.
You just experienced that.
Yeah, I went
yesterday,
back into time.
right?
Yeah, I went back into time and got back to pulling zippers, and I was like, man, it's been a while since I've done this.
I walked past y'all whenever you sold it. He sold a 2016 Jeep Wrangler clean.
Pretty Jeep.
Thank you, Christy Burns. Thank you. Shout out to you for sending our friends to us and everything. These folks tailgate with us and everything. But Christy called me up or texted me rather, said, hey, Travis comes out there and tailgates with us. Well, his son's looking for something, and Karen, his wife, may come out there, or I wanted her to ask for you. And again, that's longevity in the car business and being a trusted source for the automotive industry and everything. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
All you folks out there, looking to get into car sales, or if you just got into car sales, build relationships. It makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. And I would say if you're selling Jeeps, go practice a soft top before you start showing how to do it with a customer. That would be my advice if you are new to and you're going to tell somebody, hey, look, I'll show you how to use that soft top, and it's like the first time you've ever done it. You're going to be out there for 30 minutes on a day like it was yesterday, about 85, 90 degrees. Yeah, you can get yourself
It
in a
makes
bind.
you appreciate the Velcro and slide system a heck of a lot better than the zipper system. Like I said, I saw you out there fiddling with it.
Yeah.
I walked by, and as you can tell, I just kept right on walking. I've had, look, God, that's all they had whenever I was selling the zipper systems.
Yeah, we because it had been a while. My steps got a little out of order, and I was like, man, you know what? This is a good lesson on what not to do. But I think ultimately got the general idea, and the kid's first Jeep is always going to be exciting and fun. I think. But that was one of the things that came to my mind this morning. I was like, yeah, things do get better when Jeep owners or whatever owners, speak out and they say, hey, we would like things to change to make this easier. I know there probably was 10 years of people talking about how the zippers would get seized up and that they would have to replace the top after 4 or 5 years, especially if they didn't take care of it maybe sooner. But that was like a throwback in my mind of unzipping and zipping that thing back up. One thing I did want to share as far as like Jeep listening, we had talked about this briefly, but we do have a little bit of news. This is like not until 2027 starting to really hit the lot, but we've got technology coming now where for the last year, Jeep, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you've been able to download the app, and there's the app, the Jeep Ram app.
Yeah.
And you can lock and unlock. That's a part of the free security features. It's a 10-year trial, so I just call it free. But you get 10 years of being able to lock and unlock. And I was like, man, finally they gave us some value to go along with this app.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it was like a 3-month trial. A lot of people were just like, man, I'm never going to use that. But lock and unlock was a huge feature to be able to just make free. But 2027, they're going to be making, if it's equipped, remote start. And
shout out to
Great move.
Stellantis on that.
Yep.
Because it really is, we're required to set up, this is for your connectivity with your application that basically is a requirement for us whenever we sell a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. We require the customer, and it's to set up this app based upon factory standards. So whenever we sell a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, the customer has to download the specific brand app that they bought, and we have to get them set up on that, and that's part of our grade whenever we deliver a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram product. Well, it's hard to get the customer to see the value in that whenever you say, hey, you're going to be able to enjoy these features for 90 days, and then after that, you've got another subscription. I don't know how many subscriptions I have right now, Bobby.
Yeah.
But you have to download and pay for another subscription going after 3 months.
Right.
Well, now it appears they kind of listen to the customers, which is the biggest thing that Stellantis has improved, is that they have started listening to the customers whenever they replace CEOs. They listen to the customers, and the customers are like, hold on just a second. This app doesn't do anything for me unless I do a subscription. I already have too many subscriptions. So what they have is they have a plus program that you can get more features on and pay a subscription to. But that base program right now is for lock and unlock and the remote start.
Starting in 2027 models.
In 2027 models,
Yep.
which we are starting to see a few Pacificas on the lot now. You're going to start to see some Grand Cherokees on 27 models hit on the lot. Of course, the 26s right now. The 26 Grand Cherokees, they've introduced a $4,500 stackable rebate on that as well. So,
Yeah. I love how you segued right into that.
It's kind of like what I do.
No doubt. Yeah. Yeah. We've always got rebates and discounts in our mind. It's crazy how every month you almost have to kind of like hit that reset button. And you're like, thankfully some of them hang around. Like we did get to keep our RAM rebates, which we were kind of worried about. I think I was worried about. I don't know. But the incentivized rate with the money off.
I think they saw that the RAM program was working.
Right.
And they were, you could tell that they had something else in the midst. But with America 250 or America's 250th birthday coming up and everything, I think they wanted to keep the plan simple and just continue on with the same path on the RAM program. Right. Since RAM sales, we're taking market share with this program that we have. Huge discounts, huge rebates, special finance rates, and you get to combine all that together. So if you wanted a RAM, truly now's the best time to get one. And I've been saying this for the past couple of months, and boy, thank you so much for our customers you've delivered for us. Yep. We've sold a lot of Rams over the past couple of months with this program.
Yeah, people are taking advantage. I mean, it's already just, in my opinion, the best truck in the market. But to have it paired with America's Best warranty with the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, plus an awesome deal. I mean, it's really just like it lines up with what people should just be doing. If you need a truck, some people are not truck people, but trucks have started to integrate themselves into the car world, anyways, as being more than just something for work. People riding these as luxury vehicles. We have off-road models like the Warlock or the Rebel. There's so many different segments now that the truck market has kind of bled into. And I'm one of those people that was a car guy for the longest time, all the way up until when I started selling Dodge. I'd only really had cars, and I loved cars. I liked just the speed and the feel of it. You're kind of closer to the ground. You feel like you're zooming by a little bit, when you get into a car after you've been in a truck for a long time. But now, like I don't think I would have anything other than a Ram, And
that's me. That's me. I mean, literally, I need a pickup truck because it's convenience. And do I do a lot of heavy towing? No, I don't do a lot of heavy towing. But grandkids got to have that crew cab. I've got to have the crew cab.
Yeah.
So
I'm cool with a quad. It actually works good for me.
But now when that new Rumblebee comes out in that quad cab,
might be squeezing in the car seat.
might have to put that car seat sideways or something like that. But anyway, we'll see that. But I've got to have a crew cab pickup truck. I just find it too convenient. You never know whenever you're going to find something. My wife likes to go thrifting, so sometimes she'll see something, and I need that pickup truck right away.
You're ready to, pop it in the bed, and my tonneau stays down pretty much all the time. The tonneau cover almost makes it to where my truck is more like a car than it ever has been, because I barely ever carry anything, but I have it when I need it.
That's right. That's right. And one thing, I drove a truck with a tonneau cover for a long time. Mm. And the one thing I loved about that is I could always use an excuse when somebody wanted me to help them move. I got that fiberglass tonneau cover on there. I really can't get that thing off.
Right. And, those are a beast. You try to take one of them things off. Yeah, gracious, that's like taking off a hardtop on a Jeep. You need 2 or 3 people.
I drove one of them for years. But anyway.
But yeah, we've got, of course, the deals going on. We've got stuff in the car world that we talked about the Rumblebee already, but I try to stay in the watching certain people. For instance, Jay Leno is always one that I kind of allude to, because he is a true car guy, even though he's a celebrity, so he gets a lot of airtime with his cars, but he has so many cars. But he went on a drive with Tim Kuniskis on the new Rumblebee.
I saw bits and pieces of that. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Jay Leno's garage.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a good episode. Not trying to like push Jay Leno's show or anything, but it's he talks about the heritage and the different things that have gone on in the world of Stellantis, and him coming back out of retirement into the role of basically bringing back the performance vehicles. I learned a lot of little things like the colors of the blocks. Each Hemi generation basically had different colored blocks that they painted it.
I miss that.
Yeah, so they had like a yellow block, a red block, through these different generations, and that was kind of a way for them to identify.
Well, that's what happens when you skim through a show.
Yeah.
You said,
Just little tidbits like that.
Yeah, you miss good stuff.
Yeah, but that's something that I try to stick with people that are going to stick with the facts. There's a lot in the rumor mill.
Oh my gosh,
so much in the rumor mill right now.
And it stokes up customers. I get customers coming up to the desk asking, are you coming out with this? Are you coming out with that? Are you coming? And this is coming out of left field to me.
Right.
I know what's coming out. Like the 28 Dodge Dakota, that's coming out. That's something that's in the works. It's not in the works anymore. It's coming. So, some stuff that's verified by the manufacturer and verified by the legit national automotive media.
Right.
And but all these little promos and stuff like that for what may happen and all this, that, and the other, they don't know. Yeah. And therefore I don't know, and therefore Bobby doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of hearsay until we hear something straight from the horse's mouth. So
we can postulate, and we can sketch up our own design and put it up there and say it's going to be the next vehicle. And with AI being able to generate whatever idea somebody has, it can look like a real product, even though it's never even crossed the desk of Stellantis. So you kind of got to be careful out there nowadays. You get down the rabbit hole, you find yourself.
This AI, they always said a picture doesn't lie. Well, we're in a new world now, folks. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, because I used AI. Well, we have a salesperson here doing really well for us, Alejandro. Yeah. I used AI and put him. He walked in one day and said he was feeling amazing, and I said, "That's your name, Amazing Alejandro." So I made a AI picture. I took a picture of him, and AI put a magician's outfit on him, the Amazing Alejandro. Right?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and tell you what. That's some scary stuff, man.
Yeah.
That AI is some scary stuff. What it can do.
It's it can be very useful, and we're in the sort of the trenches of it now, where their AI is it's going to allow people to lie and scam people easier. You got to think of try to look at the positives of what it can bring, but there's a lot of people that get fooled already. Before AI was huge, people were getting scammed and fooled and that sort of thing. And so you got to be careful. All these different types of, I would say, the messaging apps and all that kind of stuff. Anybody that's, I'm not trying to say older folks are the only ones that do this, but anybody that is not aware, you just need to be careful. If you get a message from somebody, say you get we got scammed a few times, where people have made it look like our email address.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we're not going to be asking for credit card information over the email, or any of your personal information over email. We have a strict privacy policy, and that's one of the things that we ask very specific questions. Like if we're doing a credit app for people, we have to be very specific to make sure that we're talking to who we're actually talking to. Because a lot of it is on the web, a lot is in
and we make sure we have it on a recorded line. Mm-hmm. We never take a deposit or any kind of credit card information unless we're on our company phone, mm-hmm. on a recorded line. So that way, the quality and insurance of call is not only there, but we have a way to go back and for legitimacy reasons, and to make sure that our salespeople are asking those correct security questions. Make sure the customer answered everything correctly, so forth and so on. get that credit card. We get that credit card number. We run it in our machine. We make sure that we have a viable telephone number back for the customer. Most of our salespeople will take a picture of the receipt and send it back to the customer for further verification that everything's on the up and up. So
yeah, we're I think lucky being that we're in a smaller town. I can imagine the bigger towns where they have just all these people that are just hungry to take your money. There's a lot of dishonest people out there, but I would say just be mindful. I just wanted to put it out there that if you see something out there and it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So I don't know how I got into that tangent, but
it's a good tangent to get into because people can be fooled. Let me go ahead and tell you, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if we start to get AI generated offer to purchases, customer giving us AI generated offer to purchase that it appears that another dealership gave them, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like where I'm thinking the next I don't want to say unethical car buyer step.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean, there are people that are willing to go to great lengths to just get one over on somebody. I mean, for the longest time, people did the silly thing of going like paystubs.com, thinking that they could fool a bank like with fake pay stubs. It's never going to work.
No.
You do stuff like that, and you're fooling yourself if you think you're smarter than all these people that have done it for years. And they look at things like that. They say, "Oh, well, your taxes are like way off. What are you even doing here?" Because if somebody's doing stuff like that, people that do that are usually not very smart. If I hate to say it like that, but you're not smarter than the bank.
No, and you don't have the resources of the bank for everything that's AI out there. There's also AI detection. Okay, I can take a picture right now and put it into my AI on my phone. I know it surprises you. I have AI on my phone, right? But I do. Yeah. I can take a picture right now, any picture, and tell it or prompt it. Is this real or is it AI?
Wow.
And it will tell me.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, absolutely.
That makes sense, though. Yeah, I mean, it's good that you had that tool, especially in your role, because we are starting to see people be more easily dishonest. It's terrible that we're having to check things like that, but it's just too easy for people now. Everybody's got one of the smartest computers that has ever been built right in their pocket. So we've got to stay diligent on it, and just as a consumer, it's good to be aware too that there are things out there that if it looks too good to be true, you got to be careful. You got to read the fine print, even in like these advertisements or these videos you see on your Instagram reel or on TikTok. People will. They will ring you in. There's a whole network of people out there that are more than happy to scam you.
Oh yeah.
So, and not to say that these are scams, but there are a lot of ads out there you got to be careful of too. If you see car dealerships, with things like the no money down for $200 a month and stuff like that. I'm not saying all of them are illegitimate.
It pretty much goes right into what you said before. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is not there. I mean, it's probably not true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's always going to be somebody out there like that.
Yeah.
But
I want to give a little tease real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I was excited about this part.
America 250. America 250 is coming up. So I cannot give it away just yet. Our America 250 campaign or program but we're going to be launching a 4-week America 250 program right here shortly.
Okay.
And it's really going to be beneficial to our customers, whether you purchase or just take a test drive. All you have to do is just give us a shot to take a test drive. But for anybody who takes a test drive, there's some exciting news coming up on the horizon. A 4-week event for East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep,
Wow.
East Carolina Rides, where we have relationships, integrity, discipline, and excellence. And I really put this right on the tip end of the scale. The tip end of the scale is of excellence. I really do. This program that we're going to kick off and everything is going to be exciting for customers and salespeople alike. And it's
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
That's wild.
4 weeks. So I can't give out any details yet, but this is a teaser. And I promise you, like, subscribe, okay, comment.
Right. Yes.
Like, subscribe, and comment. I will personally make sure that you get the information early, okay? But you have to subscribe. You have to subscribe, okay?
Right, yeah.
And then
We need 50.
preferably comments.
If you have a friend, let them do it. We have plans. There's a reason we need at least 50. So we need your help. If you're watching this, just tell your friend, look, it doesn't matter. Whoever, if they're into the car business, even better, because then they'll stay in the loop in our stuff. But we need 50. We got a big plan coming up soon.
Yep. So subscribe to us, and we'll make sure that you get that program that we launch. That's going to be launching soon. We'll make sure you get a sneak peek at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, look, it's been another great week here at East Carolina Rides. We appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next week.
Take care, everybody.